What I hate, sometimes it shuts off in the middle of it. I don't know that it did. Oh crap, I just did all that. Welcome to the Big Bear, Little Bear show. Hi, I'm his Big Bear Ron. One thing I don't want to do is present myself as some sort of travel guru. So I kept this in the blog, video blog portion of the YouTube broadcast. So that's why I've not listed under the travel, because I'm not trying to come across, as providing, expert information on traveling. So I'm just sharing my own personal experiences. One of the things you want to be sure to do when you're traveling abroad is you need to get a passport. It's now a U.S. law. Well, it will be in January, that you cannot exit the country, nor can you get back in the country without your passport. They're easy to obtain. I got mine by going to the local courthouse where I live, and of course I had my passport picture made at any place that does photography. And they'll usually advertise that they make passport photos. And it cost me $85. So, and it only took a couple of weeks, maybe 3, before I got my passport in the mail. Your passport will be good probably, mine's good for 10 years, which I think is fairly standard. So you got to get your passport, and you take your passport with you, and when you're traveling abroad, before you enter into that country, there will be some paperwork that you'll fill out. And when you come back, there will be some paperwork that you'll fill out. When you go there, you'll go through an immigration's counter, and they may ask you a series of questions. And when you come back, same thing. They may ask you some questions like, where do you live? Where were you? Why were you there? And all I can tell you, as irritating as it can be, just play the game, answer the questions, stay calm, and just get through it. It's just one of the things we have to put up with nowadays. Now generally, in the Philippines, my passport will allow me to stay there for 21 days, just on a passport. To stay longer than the 21 days, I have to complete a request for an extension. And I can get an extension for up to 59 days. And that's what I'm going to. It's just a matter of doing the paperwork and getting it through the correct officials. And there are usually a fee. Mine's going to be about $50, but it's just the way it is. So I've never had any difficulty taking care of those things. Another thing that I want to stress to you is when you're entering into another country, you must understand that you are under the jurisdiction of their laws. By entering into that country, you are volunteering your respect to their laws. Generally, if you're a law-abiding citizen in one place, you're probably going to be a law-abiding citizen in another place. But the thing you need to be concerned about are the penalties for violating those laws. Many countries take a very harsh and severe, they treat those things very harshly. In the Philippines, drug trafficking carries the penalty of death, and that is true for many countries. So be aware, whatever their laws are. And generally, though, like I said before, chances are obey the rules and just use common sense, and you probably won't run into any trouble. Okay, So much for the tidbits about passports and staying and visiting into the country. Before I move on, let me give a quick shout out to a few of my subscribers who have been keeping up. Mrs. Smith, Make Your Own Damn Pie, Devil Dog, Ellis, 808, Mrs. Science, Whitney, Fernmeow, Rex Trek, Hugh Tooper, Tren Holmes, and JGD 1968, and all of you who are keeping up and you're asking questions and making comments, please just keep it all coming. I am paying attention. Oh boy. We're catching up on our coffee drinking here at the house. Today we have some errands to run, a few little business matters to take care of that are related to the Bridal Nook, and we're probably going to scout about a little bit and do some talking and some videotaping along the way. Right now, just glancing over the questions that I have, that I'm looking at them on my little cheat sheet, the screen. There are no Walmarts here in the Philippines. Maybe that's a good thing. But there are lots and lots and lots and lots of stores that compare to the Walmart. So I'm not missing Walmart at all while I'm here. There are plenty of good places to shop here. Are Americans welcome here? By and large, yes. But, just like with anyone else, you have to make yourself, what shall I say, you have to be respectable, Generally, yes, Americans are welcome here, I've not encountered anyone, any unkind remarks or looks, or I get a lot of stares, but that stands to reason, but generally I'm treated very well here, and I don't expect to be treated any better than anyone else. Honestly, I don't, and I try to make sure that I extend my courtesies to everyone, and they're generous with their courtesies to me, and I pay them back with my courtesies also. Let's see. Now, there's some of these questions I'm going to wait and answer through the day, just in my talk. One question was asked, could Little Bear come to live in the United States? And this one kind of gets me a little hot under the collar, because you may not realize just how unwelcoming the USA is, in spite of all the hype and all the talk. They've got to get past the U.S. Embassy here to get into the USA, and I have seen people denied their request for visa to get into the USA just for a visit, and I have seen those denials happen over the silliest things. The United States of America is one of the most unwelcoming countries there is in the entire world.